So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last... Bernardo Silva! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Spread it left. Pelé. Now it's Scholes. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Scholes unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Aimed beyond the defence. Cristiano Ronaldo is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Plays a sharp little ball here. They want to be quick to recover this. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. He won't be happy with that one. Nedved. Can he finish? Goal! Milan! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Upamecano kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Villa. And the counter is on. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's Vitinha. Great defending, strong and determined. Yaya Toure. Messi. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, that's a key interception. Spread out to the left. It's a promising position. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Just a quick request today for
What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Milan head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And the action is back underway.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Bale. Here's a chance! They just took too long getting forward.
Bale cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break and a big chance wasted.
Messi. Milan are ahead here by what is still the only goal. And that's another good win of the ball. Davids is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Madrid finding their passes. Lovely feet.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Threads one in. That ball looks a good one. Oh, that's fabulous. Shoots! Oh, surely that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Applies the finish! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
For a moment, you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now, can they get him away? Bale is in a really good position out wide. Nedved. Davids, played out wide. Milan still ahead by the game's only goal. Gets a good foot in there.
Milan nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Back into the middle. Van Dijk. And pull it! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that has fair fizzed.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball.
And that is that. Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Nedved voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Please turn your attention to the screen for
Your final
information
thoughts,
from-
Jim? Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Borussia Dortmund.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle.
There's a player below us, Peter, that I've always admired. Franco Baresi, a defender with wonderful composure and discipline.
Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised by your assessment. And the shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And the game springs instantly to life.
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Conte. And it's Henderson. Now it's Pele. Lam. Can he get on the end of this? Pele. Pele going face to face with his great right. Messi! Messi! Oh, that is beautiful! About as smooth as it gets. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Toure defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, that's a key interception. Olise has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Rummenigge. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Ah, it looks a good ball through. Conte.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Rummenigge. Scholes. Yaya Toure. Tries to pass it through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Messi. He's having a go! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Milan with the corner, there first. Defending of the desperate variety. Nesta is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Rummenigge. And they're back on the ball again. And he's found a way past. Hazard. He's found a way through. And that has been cleared. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Ah, Oh, that's a fine interception. Olise. Messi.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Lam has it in a wide position. Lam, chance to deliver. Tries to get it clear. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
And a quick reminder
What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Substitution for Milan, number 20, Mbappe. Coming on the field
Borussia Dortmund
is
get the ball rolling in the second half.
Jan Koller.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Milan come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Oh, well played. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Rummenigge. Yaya Toure plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Looking for options for movement. Flashes it. Oh, smashing header! Harmlessly behind.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Toure is there, and he can pick it up. And it's Scholes. Short changes him with that pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And that's really well manoeuvred. Lam could try cutting inside here. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Big header! Goal! Milan! And the comeback is complete. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Substitution for Milan, number 23, Scholes. Number 6, Nedved.
Milan can make their change now with a break in play. Milan get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Ball driven towards the far post.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Yaya Toure. Figo.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a...
Takes a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Not the most accurate pass. Bergomi. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a great ball crossfield.
And here's Figo. Figo will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, Oh, that's clever. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. That's a throw. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's Figo. The final 5 minutes. Elects to cross, horrific header! And yes, it's there! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Superb timing to generate that power, threw a really strong neck behind it, and he gave the keeper little opportunity.
Milan could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Figo chance, surely! And that's it. Milan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback.
Just a quick announcement, it is now...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Sweden.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway.
Okay, I'm probably going to be accused of fullback bias again, Peter, but Giuliano Belletti is someone I see as having a key role.
Your type of player?
Yeah, he's very competent defensively, first and foremost. He knows that's his job, so he's not the type that's going to be constantly rushing up and down the flank at 100 miles per hour delivering crosses.
Alexander-Arnold. That'll be a throw. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's Scholes. Alexander-Arnold. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Tries to play it through. And this is Perez. Nedved.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Rijkaard. And it's made its way to him. Scholes. Mbappe. Over to the left. Nedved.
That's good play from him.
It is a corner, good chance. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Sweden are looking to go forward now. Bergomi is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Ah, that's a fine interception.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Belletti. Pele. Perez. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Pele. And it's Bale. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Plays a sharp little ball here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Shot could be on. And that's been... There's the shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution is...
And the first half is done. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Bullish header! He scores! 2 up now, and they are cruising. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Pele conjures time and space where few can. Stood up well to him there. Xabi Alonso defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Spread out to the left.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Alexander-Arnold finds himself offside.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means he's having a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Now it's Batistuta. Nesta, always a very imposing presence at the back. Yaya Toure. Nesta. Yaya Toure. Played out towards the right wing. Looking for options for movement. And no, that was never going to make it. Perez. And the counter is on. Can he get it through? Oh, super ball. A lot of... Decent chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Has a look and plays it forward. Costa Curta spots it and intercepts. Mbappe. Mbappe pinches it off him. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Milan have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. Now it's Batistuta. Sweden have a free kick. That's a decent clearance. Pele, given the lift of his goal. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Nesta. And that will be it. Milan are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout. And Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Milan have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
And the pass is intercepted. And here's Owen. Short changes him with that pass. Tries to pass it through. That's a lovely, neat pass. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, for a defender, Peter, Andy Robertson's style of play is more akin to that of a wing-back or even a wide attacker. Time after time, you see him make those overlaps, those marauding runs, providing support, the essential piece in any team looking to play on the front foot.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Milan are looking to go forward now. It's Pele! Oh, that's a sharp enough swivel, struck first time.
Yeah, he certainly hit it well enough. Still very good technique, though, something he's never short of.
Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Oh, this looks sharp. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Lam. Now it's Pele. Messi. Koundé clears it away. And he's only too happy. Good chance here! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Bergomi does really well to win the ball there. 30 minutes gone. Oh, well played, well sorted out. That's a cute ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Maldini gets it away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Yaya Toure. Lam. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Messi! Oh, nice, just not quite.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
And he thumps it clear. Can he get on the end of this? Toure kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
This is the time you need that pace.
There will be 1 minute at a
Schmeichel
time.
with the clearance. And they're back on the ball again. And that interception. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. That gets things going for the second half.
Number 21.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay.
Header! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change. Oh, terrible pass.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Beckham, he's got away. An instinct, terrific header. And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Milan really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And he's gone looking for safety. Quality ball. Ambitious ball here. Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Lahm. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. And they can counter here. Oh, that's a key interception. Has a look and place it forward. Spread it left. Pings it across. He's had a shot! He's got a goal! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Well, I query, Peter, whether he should have been allowed to do that in the first place, but absolutely nothing wrong with the finish.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Great defending, strong and determined. Corner number 2 then.
Substitution for Milan. Number 15, Owen. Number 11, Bellingham. Coming on the field, number 12, Van Basten. Number 5, Rui Costa. Substitutions taking place.
They've played it short. Chooses to go. Shot, surely! Decent enough try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Bigo has it in a wide position. Oh, that's fabulous. Crossed into the middle. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Bonucci is always looking to break lines. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Milan are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Looks to the other side. He's had it taken off him. And it's Robertson. Now it's Van Basten.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Crosses it, tries a shot! Sticks it away! And that was his 20th goal for this team. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Chance for a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Toure gets it away. It's run loose, who's going to get there? Rijkaard. Played out towards the right wing.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Caught offside that time. Nicked it back promptly. A probing pass. And he's intervened well there. The final seconds now. Now it's Beckham. Now that looks a decent ball. Beckham with the cross. It is a corner, good chance.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
And it's been taken short. In towards the back stick. And we're done. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working...
Ah, he's given it away! And this is Luis Suarez.
The Dutch introduced total football to the world, and in many ways, Ruud Gullit is the perfect example.
Well, he really could play in any position.
Yes, he started as a sweeper and showed that he could play anywhere in midfield and indeed up front. Big, strong and absolutely...
Terrific header! Goal, Milan! Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion... That's all that was needed.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Rummenigge. Milan are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And it's Lahm. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Bale. Passing is crisp and sharp. It's Nedved! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Nedved really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Absolutely there. Certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Vicario gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. And now a sudden chance to counter. Ambitious ball here. Chance for a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Big header! They've done it! AC Milan are all square. Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Bale. And he's had a hit. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Shevchenko. And this is Gullit. That's a shade optimistic. Just 5 minutes left until the break. He won't be happy with that one. Gullit. Now it's Shevchenko. Nedved. And it's Nesta. Messi has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Out towards the flank. Bale. Shot a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retreat. And again! Oh, that was a brilliant save. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Please use parking provided by the club or any other paid parking facilities in the area.
Second period then underway.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Oh, this is a great position. Goes for the shot! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
The ball has bounced loose now. Great chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Shevchenko actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short, and this is Shevchenko. And now they can spring out of defence. No, that's been intercepted. Vitinha. Van Bouten. And here's Shevchenko. Nice looking ball. And that's a good ball. Pullet unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Wriggles his way through. Nesta deals with that comfortably. Nedved. Milan looking to pass their way through. Nesta has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Now Yaya Toure. It's a good spell of possession, this. Vitinha. Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers.
Gets his head on it! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Bale! Oh, should have put that away.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Substitution for Milan, number 10.
It's their second corner of the game.
Number 23, Iniesta. Number 7, Pullet. Number 13.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Coming on the field, number 9.
Hangs one in.
Number 22.
And that has been cleared. He's gone for goal! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Milan needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Bullish header! And he's heaved it away. Dembele did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's picked his way through. There's the shot!
There will be 1 minute added
Oh,
time.
terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Desperate defending required here. He's got tall. Oh, fine stop from the keep. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And already we're underway here. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected. Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
And he's forced to go back. Nedved. Guardiola. Rijkaard. Has a look and plays it forward. Looking to go deep.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Lahm is always looking to play quality balls. Beckham with the cross.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome. Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Adams.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to...
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And that is wildly off target.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Guardiola is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Nedved. Madrid couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Rijkaard. Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that has not gone well. Now he's got space here. And it's Nedved, looking for a runner. Oh, that was vital.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rijkaard. A probing pass.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Collar. Played out towards the right wing.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
It's a promising position. In it comes. Lahm is fouled. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. Lahm. In towards the back stick. And it's hoisted clear. And it's half-time here. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So your views on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for the run. Iniesta gets into some space. And that has been cleared. Beckham. Milan, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost Messi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Definitely not one of his best. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's picked it up out wide. Cross to the back. Big header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Floated through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Lahm. Lahm carries the ball down the right. Out again for a throw-in. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Now that looks a decent ball. That looks a good... He rises! Brilliant from Collar! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And that could well be the winner!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He was always going to do that one way or another. A fantastic effort. Simply fantastic.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And Messi! So close to drawing level.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
This their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. He slings it in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Milan really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, there's a probing ball. That is good alertness. And that's really well manoeuvred. And here's Messi. Tries a measured ball. Takes a shot! Scholes. And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Collar claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Takes the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Messi. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Italy is the country of great defenders, Peter, and this fella, Alessandro Bastoni, looks very much in line to be its latest representative. I think being an Italian defender, we all know he's very much from the school of no nonsense, but I really like his technique, and again, he's one of these centre-backs or defenders who can get his head up and just pick out a wonderful pass, 40, 50, 60 yards.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's quick to snatch it back. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Azar. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Azar. Spread it left. And this is Eto'o. He's got tall. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. That looks a good ball through. Keeper has taken decisive action. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And here's Messi. Eto'o is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Rummenigge. Rummenigge! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Lahm. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And it's Lahm. It's Scholes! Oh, another save.
Scholes, really can't believe it. Foiled by the keeper again.
Milan with the corner. They're first. He gets big. It's hit the crossbar. Goal! Milan! Rummenigge at his razor-sharp best there.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Referee's given a throw. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Half an hour played now. Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance, surely! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Really well taken goal. And they're at it again in double quick time. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would...
Takes a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Milan have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Messi. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And here's Messi, just eases him off the ball. Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Scholes. Plays a sharp little ball here. Eto'o. It's Ronaldinho. Driving on and making good progress. Messi. Scholes. And it's Nedved. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Toure cuts out the pass. Scholes. And the half-time whistle goes. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Milan clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Milan ahead 2-0 and they are looking good.
Substitution in progress.
Here we go again. Pele in the hunt and looking threatening. And that's another good win of the ball. And he's managed to get free. And here's Eto'o. Oh, super ball. Olise! Fantastic from Olise! A finish of true class. And the second half is off to a flyer. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent. The way
He rises! Firm header just off target.
that's a really decent chance.
Rummenigge knocks it into space. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Out towards the flank. And he cuts out the supply. And that's a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
Takes a shot! They've scored! And this is getting better and better. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, he's been caught on it! Rummenigge! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Pele. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Eto'o. Oh, what has happened here? Nedved. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Rummenigge. And it's Lahm. It's not an especially good pass, that. Lahm, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Scholes. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Messi. And the shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Tries to play it through. And this is Messi. He's having a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! And the lead is extended still further. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Milan grab a 3-goal lead. It climbs up big. He's beaten. He scores! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. Pele duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Scholes. And here's Nedved. Eto'o puts his foot on the gas. Ronaldinho. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Eto'o! And here's the chance to counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Eto'o. Shapes to shoot! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Manchester United certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Yaya Toure gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. He's picked his way through. And Messi! It's there! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
It's become a case of men against boys. Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Added minutes has been indicated.
And smartly reclaimed. He's found a way through. There will be 4 extra minutes. Messi. Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's picked out the run. Great ball, and he's in here. Cleared without complication. And he's there to retrieve it. Ronaldinho. And that will be it. Milan really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Nedved voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Tries to pass it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, what a climb! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Olise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential.
Olise! And it's Baggio. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Messi. And it's been played through. And he's running through. It's Ibrahimovic! Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Nice defending, it's got the job done. Olise is fouled. Bastoni. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Still goalless. Now it's Nedved. Looking for the run. Oh, good taking. And the shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here, and it's been given away. Turns and goes back. He's tried one! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Bastoni. Manchester United trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No way through. Scholes. Looking to play him in. Cruyff.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Threads one in. Olise! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. And that's it. That was always inevitable.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Roberto Baggio. Now it's Olise. Bastoni. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho. There he goes, motoring forward. He's cut it out. Messi. And it's Ronaldinho. And here's Olise. Bastoni. Ronaldinho, looking to be a menace in the final third. It's Eto'o! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Tries to play it through. Chance! Sticks it away! And they're at it again in double quick time. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Milan really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure.
Skulls! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some...
There could be trouble here. He's picked his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That is a great pick out. He is through here. Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. Works it forward. Roberto Baggio picks out... Can he finish? Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Milan really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
Messi! Terrific save by Abbiati. And we have our very first corner. Keeper's dealt with that. Engages and forces him off the ball. Looking for option. Decent chance! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Ronaldinho. Now it's Olise. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now, can they get him away? That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's managed to get free. Chance, surely! He has done it! They're back within reach! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Milan give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Messi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nedved. He has found a way through. Cross. And a chance! Crossed in again. And that has been cleared. The ball has bounced loose now. Ibrahimovic. There's the shot! It's there! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Ronaldinho. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Olise. Roberto Baggio. Oh, that's a fine interception. Messi.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, the ball's gone astray. He's found a way through. He's gone for goal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, a very decent attempt. Corner number 2 then. Bastoni with the clearance.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hullet, Nedved, Scholes. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
He's having a shot! He should have put that one away.
Eto'o really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Olise. He's shifting through the gears here. Great vision. Oh, important interception. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Milan are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
And this is Nedved. Looking for a runner. Good take, and it's Ibrahimovic! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! About as smooth as it gets. Dying minutes, and we're all square again. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
Cross to the back post. That's a decent clearance. Scholes. It's Hullet. Can he get on the end of this? And it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! It's a loose ball. Ball driven towards... He gets big! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with... So that's it. It is all over. Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly.